The richest players on Donut SMP have the biggest farms. That's why I'm going to try and get rich without building a single farm, and it all starts here. Okay, we have randomly TP'd here, so let's just start mining dirt because we have literally $0 and we want to get rich here on the Donut SMP, and we need anything we can take. Now, I do have a method in mind to just get some money started up, and it can honestly take us a long way to like 10 mil, even 50 mil. It just depends what the price currently is and how we get to enough money to start. Alright, so currently let's go to the orders and check out the orders for dirt because they should be for a decent amount of money, 90 each. Let's go deliver this and see how much we make. Should be able to get like 1,000 here. Yeah, 1.89k. So let's go ahead and craft a crafting table here. And I think for the first method, we do actually need something like 2 to 4k to start. So I am going to mine a little bit more dirt. Now, a lot of you think that farms are the only way to get rich, to get a ton of money, but I'm going to prove that wrong in today's video. Alright, so now let's go find some more orders for dirt because we should have enough money to go ahead and get this money started flowing in. So boom, let's go ahead and claim this money. Alright, so now you might be thinking, what are we possibly going to do to make money right now with only 4k? And we actually are going to craft TNT because if we take a look on AH and look at the prices of TNT, we can sell 1 for 8k, and then once we get even more, we can sell 16 for 55k, 70k. It honestly depends on what time of the day it is and what people are currently selling it for. But let's go ahead and make some orders for gunpowder and sand. Currently they're about 185 each, so we're gonna go ahead and order some gunpowder, even though, and our orders might take a little bit to fill because we are ordering such a low amount. Alright, both orders have been placed. Now we really just have to wait. They might take a while since it is in such a small amount, but in the meantime, I am just gonna mine more grass because honestly, what else can we do? And our first order for sand has been delivered, and we are just waiting on the gunpowder now. And boom, the gunpowder has been fulfilled. So let's go ahead and claim all of our orders and craft the first piece of TNT and see what is currently selling for on the auction house and make some profit here. I will calculate how much profit it actually is once I get it up on AH. So we check out on AH how much they are selling for. We can see it's 8k. So we are just gonna price it. Honestly, we could price match, but let's just go right under at 700 or 7,900, and boom, already like that, it's been fulfilled. So now we have 10k, and we just can repeat this process until we have millions of dollars. Okay, both orders have been placed, and honestly, there is sand right there that we could have been using the whole time, but honestly, I just want to do it this way so that I can show that anybody can do this no matter where you spawn, what location you're in, or what you have. And I am just gonna mine some wood here. I'm pretty sure wood does sell for quite a bit on the orders. If we take a look here, let's go to oak log. And let's see, yeah, 400 each is not terrible. That's actually really good. Okay, let me save some of this wood. Let me just, turn those into planks, and let's go ahead and put the rest into the orders just to make a quick few thousand that we can go ahead and use for some more TNT. And boom, 7 logs for 3k is not bad at all. Okay, I'm just gonna craft some tools here. Let me go ahead and get some stone, and so while we wait for our orders, we can actually just mine some dirt and get some more money. Just mine a bit of dirt. I realized we could just make an axe and start mining wood and sell it for way more than dirt. So let's go ahead and sell all of our current dirt right now. And then we are going to transfer to mining wood because that sells for way more. And if we get an axe, we can mine it really fast. But 13k from dirt right here is actually not terrible. And there we go. Our gunpowder has been fulfilled. So now we have enough materials to make this TNT. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's claim everything here. Boom, get that. Let's collect the rest of the gunpowder. We did have to up the price a little bit because people were just creating higher orders, but let's craft this TNT now. And boom, 5 pieces. Let's check the price on AH right now. So it's still 8k, it's not terrible. Let's go ahead and sell each of them. Make sure you put them into single pieces of TNT. And boom, all of them listed on AH, and let's see how much money we can make right here. Alright, so I did the math, and it looks like you're making around 6k per piece of TNT, but it honestly just depends because the price can be higher at certain times. I'm pretty sure I was selling it for 20k per TNT. It honestly just depends what the current price is in AH. So you could hold on to them or start at a different time, but we right here are just trying to make the most amount of money, and we can always transfer into a different money making method. Alright, so most of our TNT sold except for the last one, so we do have a little bit more money now. Let's go ahead and sell the oak logs that we have been mining here. Let's see, the highest price is 306. So let's go ahead and see how much we make from, we each got a stack, so it's nothing crazy, but 22k is definitely going to be good for us. So now we're going to go ahead to a different flipping method because TNT is kind of low on AH right now. As you guys can see, it's 7.9k what I'm selling it for. We're gonna go to flint and steels. If we take a look on flint and steel is currently selling for about 10k per, and in the order section we could do flint for about 50 per, and iron is like 270, so it's like 400, and we're gonna flip it for 10k, which is honestly pretty good. All right, that barely took any money away from us, so we do still have a lot. I'm thinking we place orders for a bunch of different stuff here. That way we just have a higher chance of making profit and getting these orders filled. All right, so it looks like all of our orders have filled. So basically what we have here is flint and iron ingots, just so we can make some flint and steel and sell it on AH. And then we also got some iron blocks. I want to experiment with this because if we take a look here, I mean, we bought them for 3.5k each, right? And if we're gonna get 9 ingots from each one, and we could go ahead and sell them on AH for, if we take a look, iron ingots, boom, 3.5k each. So basically, converting this into 9 and selling 1 will basically already cover the cost of the block. So that could be pretty good too. So yeah, we're gonna convert these to flint and steel and these to ingots and sell everything on AH and see how much we can make right here. And the good thing about flint and steel is so many people are buying it because whether they're trying to make another portal or whatever it is. So yeah, we already have 2 sales right there. So we should be able to make a good amount of profit from these. Looks like this iron is actually selling pretty fast. So I kind of made a mistake where I was selling iron for 3.4k when if we take a look, AH iron ingots, it is actually 3.4k for 1 is what we should have been doing. So I mean, we're still making profit, but let me just make sure nobody else gets those. What we should have been doing is 4 for about 16k. So let me go ahead and change that. All right, so we listed everything we could so far. Let's go ahead and wait for everything else to sell on AH, and then we can list everything else. But we're at 100k, so I'm gonna go ahead and look for something else to make money with. It's honestly important that I just, you know, find multiple ways here, just so we're not relying on one certain way. I mean, the flint is selling pretty good, pretty consistently, so that does look like it is, the flint and steel looks like it is a good way. Yeah, flint and steel is selling like crazy. We're gonna go ahead and order some more of these because we can make some good profit here. All right, and we're gonna use the iron that we got from the iron block for this flint and steel, just so we don't have to buy anymore. But as you guys can see, we're at 184k, so we are getting a lot of profit here. Like these flint and steels, the flint right here is costing us like 3k, and we're gonna be able to make so much more money from it. And our order just fulfilled, so let's go ahead and claim this and get some of flint and steels here. We actually are gonna need a chest maybe because we have a lot. Thankfully, it is a very easy recipe. TNT, it's not bad, but like, you know, you still gotta put it in every single place. Well, look at this guy buying all of our iron ingots. Let's go. That's actually crazy. Dude, these flint and steels actually sell crazy fast. It's literally like somebody's buying it as soon as I put it onto the auction house. All right, there we go. Everything listed so far. We should be able to, this is at least 100k, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, minimum 100k, maybe even 200k. We're at 400k right now, so we're working our way up to the first mill of this video. Okay, all our flint and steel has sold. All we have on the auction house right now is iron ingots, and those are eventually going to sell, but we have 600k to work around with. And actually, I am forgetting we have a whole chest of flint and steel. I don't know, we have to sell those, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell those plates on AH, and that should put us at a good spot. Okay, all the flint and steels are listed, and they're selling like crazy. Honestly, I might continue with this, so I might go place some more orders because it is making us a decent amount of money. We're already up 200k from selling those, so yeah, well, I'm gonna place more orders for those, but I'm also going to try to find a ice or a snow biome because that is where I'm gonna try to make money next. Okay, so we need to go ahead and get a silk touch pickaxe. Okay, it looks like the cheapest one is 200k. I'm not even sure if this will instantly sell, but I do think this is a good pickaxe. Let's see. All right, now I'm gonna mine a little bit of this and just see how much we can make. All right, we mined for a bit, and this is packed ice. It looks like we should have been going for blue ice because if we take a look in the orders and gold, blue ice, it's 1.5k each, which is honestly insane. So I don't know if this ice is rare. I'm really not too familiar, but we do have a lot of packed ice here. I think I'm gonna sell it in H for a little bit more because it's really not not that much expensive on packed ice. Like if we deliver to this guy, we wouldn't make too much. Yeah, it's way better on AH. But in AH, if we go to packed ice, it's 6,000 per 16, and our orders did fill for the flint and steel. So okay, so all of our packed ice is currently listed. If we take a look here, we just have this much left, and we are almost at 1 mil, so we're definitely gonna reach 1 mil once it all sells. All right, so most of our ice has sold. I think we have like three things in H left, but we have made 1 mil, so we reached 1 mil. And honestly, it's just so hard to find an ice biome with a lot of ice, so this pickaxe is not going to be the method for now. I mean, if we did find one, it would be nice, but it's just very hard to find. But I think we're going to do the same thing, but just with sand. So we're going to have to buy a high efficiency shovel, which should not be too expensive. and we're gonna find one with mending because it is going to break pretty fast. I'm debating I could probably repair this pickaxe and sell it on AH and make some not profit, but make some money back on it. All right, so let's look for a shovel in AH, and hopefully this insta breaks. Yes, so it insta breaks. We have mending, so now we could just go to /shop and go ahead and get bottles of enchanting whenever it gets low. But I'm gonna go ahead and mine this for a bit, see how much money I can make, and hopefully it is a lot, because right now in AH sand is selling for about 14k a stack, which we should be able to get pretty fast. All right, so we might have made a rookie mistake. So I was just mining and I fell into a random hole and I didn't have a totem, and as you guys can see, I died. And we did have a good amount of sand, so there goes the shovel and the sand and 300k. Even the pickaxe, I put it in a separate chest. So to make sure that does not happen again, let's go ahead and buy some totems. And it looks like the price of flint and steel is actually up right now, so this is actually a perfect time. I think we're selling it for like 9k per, now it's 15k, so we are going to make even more profit here. Alright, we've listed as much as we could for now, and we're already back to 900k. And honestly, I might just continue to keep doing this while mining sand, just to make so much money, and we should be able to get 10 mil very fast. So as you guys can see in chat right now, they are flying. These people really want flint and steel. It's at a decent price right now, and I think we can make a ton of money. Okay, so we have shot up around 800k. I mean, I think we were at 700k actually, so about 1 million just from these flint and steels. It is honestly a very, very good money making method, and we're going to continue to do it, but we did just find a big snow biome here. I mean, sand biome. So we're going to go ahead and buy a shovel with mending and efficiency on it so we can insta break it, and then we're going to sell it on AH for about 20k per stack. And in the background, I'm also going to be doing the flint and steel, and we are just hopefully going to make a ton of money. All right, so we filled up our inventory with sand. We're going to be making like 480k from all of this sand, which is not terrible. And we're at almost 2 mil from just the flint and steel. And boom, we listed all the sand we could. So that money should be coming in. We're probably going to continue to keep mining more sand and selling more flint and steels. All right, so we let our AH kind of sell out a little bit, and we made 500k. So we are not at a total of 4 mil. And honestly, I've been on the flint and steel because if we take a look in AH, the flint and steel is okay. There's some 10ks, but look, 39k. I don't know what happened, but the price has been going crazy. So we're gonna wait for these to sell, and we're probably gonna price it at 38k. Oh, that's crazy. It was at like 20k when I left, and now it's at 40k. So it's doubled. We're gonna be making a bunch of money here. And finally, guys, we have reached 10 mil from flint and steel and selling sand. If you guys can't tell, we're selling flint and steel for 49k because currently on the auction house, it is literally just me selling for 49k. There's nobody selling for lower, so I took advantage of this opportunity to kind of crank up the prices a ton and take full advantage of it. I was selling sand for 100k per stack at a certain point, which is honestly insane. Sometimes you can take advantage of the current prices in AH if nobody else is selling, and that's exactly what I did. And we reached 10 mil, and this proves that you can become rich on the Donut SMP without making any farms and as a complete beginner and noob.